This is my phone. As you can see, it's pretty messed up, so let me give some context here. So a few weeks ago I was mowing the lawn and it was getting dark, and the new mower we have doesn't have headlights on it like the old one did. So I figured I would use my phone as a flashlight. Problem with that is it's not a very bright flashlight, so I had the genius idea of there's the floor, where you put your feet. So I kind of held this with my foot at the edge of the, right at the edge of that bottom piece there. But that was a really bad idea because my foot slipped and my phone fell off, and then I ran it over with the mower. So that's why it looks like that. Anyways, I made a tweet about this because when I saw that I ran my phone over, I was like, oh my god, it's totaled. So I turned the mower off and I went over to check it. The back of it was ripped straight off, but the phone was completely fine. I have looked, I took this out of the case, there's literally not a scratch on it, it's just the case is totaled. So I made a tweet about it, saying, good job, LifeProof, because this is my LifeProof case that I've been using for a few months now. So yeah, this tape here, I've been using this case like this for a few months, or maybe a month or something. So this tape's here because after I ran my phone over, the, case kind of fell into several pieces. So, when I made this tweet praising LifeProof, they said, hey, we can replace your case for free. And I was like, really? So sure enough, this is the new case. So in this video, I'm just going to unbox this, and then I'm going to just give a quick review of the LifeProof case. So here's the replacement case. I didn't actually know this at the time, but LifeProof actually sends you a new case if it ever breaks. So accidental damage is covered under warranty, which surprises me. Although it of course does have to be bought from an authorized retailer. And in my case, I got mine on eBay open box. So generally this wouldn't, qualify for a free replacement, but I said, hey, if I make a review, could you guys send me one anyways? And they agreed. So just a disclaimer, they did send me this case for free if I made a review. So could be slightly biased, but I try to keep things as honest as I can. So I'll just give you my thoughts on this case. So this case is the one that is updated for the SE. This one was for the 7/8. So you can see the cutout for the Apple logo just is a blank square because they moved the Apple logo down. But yeah, here's my phone after it was run over. You can see the case got eaten away, but on the phone where that was, there's not a scratch on my phone. My phone looks brand new, which is amazing. It doesn't look like it's been run over at all. It's not bent. It's not one of those things where, oh, it works and then it dies a few days later. This happened a few weeks ago. My phone still works. So here's the new case. LifeProof always recommends that you submerge it in water, just without the phone in it, obviously. And then see if any water got inside the case to make sure it's waterproof, which is definitely a good idea. So I'm going to put my phone in this case, and then I'll talk about it a bit. So putting on these cases is pretty simple. You just got to pull that flap down. And then there's a little spot. You can just use your fingernail or sometimes a coin if it's too hard. And now that I got the two pieces apart, I just have to clean my screen off, and you put it in that way first, and then put it down, and then you put the back on. Pretty simple. So here's the phone in the case. As you can see, there's quite a bit of a bump here to protect the screen, and it's definitely effective. I've dropped my phone so many times in this case and never had any issues with it getting damaged. I mean, if I can run my phone over with a lawnmower, clearly it can handle everyday drops and whatever. The buttons are a little bit stiff. They are a little more stiff on this new case. I think as you use it, they loosen up. Overall, they're not that bad. Definitely not a deal breaker. It's what you'd expect from a waterproof case like this. The only thing is like the vibration switch is a little bit different. It just like, because there's not actual, like, you know, the switch is covered just by this piece of rubber and you're just kind of flipping it. Although this one actually feels a lot better than the old version. They might have improved it a bit for the SE2, because this is like the 7/8 case technically. This does feel a lot better actually. And then this flap, yeah, my old case, I guess I damaged it at some point. It kept coming undone, so it's nice to have a new case. But yeah, this pretty easy to get off and put back on, which is good since you're going to be charging it a lot. Overall, like, it doesn't really interrupt the usability of the case like a lot of waterproof cases do. There is going to be like that kind of, I can't see right now, but there's going to be like that rainbow effect sort of on the screen protector, but it's actually pretty minor compared to other waterproof cases. You don't see that weird rainbowing effect when the screen's actually on, unless if your brightness is like all the way down or something. The case isn't slippery, like maybe a little on the back, but the sides aren't, so when you're actually holding it, it stays in your hand, but it's not too grippy where it gets stuck in your pocket, which is a problem I have with a lot of cases. Like, is either they're too slippery or they're too grippy where, like, when I try to put it in my pocket, it just gets stuck on the sides. So LifeProof did a good job at kind of finding a good balance there. As far as a waterproof case goes, I think this is the least disruptive of them all. Like, the sound quality through the microphones and the speakers sounds just as good as outside the case. I mean, I'm sure it muffles it a little bit, but I personally haven't noticed it, so it's clearly not that big of a difference. So in regards to that, that's no big deal at all. This case is submergible, up to 2 meters for an hour. It's definitely good to keep your phone away from liquids regardless, and you definitely want to do the test with the case before you submerge it in water. You should do this test every few months, as well as if you ever drop the case since you've last put it in water, you should test it again, because if you drop it too bad, it probably won't be water resistant, or if you run your phone over with a mower, it also probably won't be water resistant anymore. But yeah, 2 meters, which for my fellow Americans, that's a little over 6 feet. And this phone is also drop rated for that same 2 meters / 6 feet. And honestly, I think that's a pretty lenient rating in terms of drop resistance. I'm sure you can drop it from a little bit higher. Definitely wouldn't want to test that, but yep, I've taken this into the pool with me countless times. I took this to the beach with me, you know, the sand and everything, took it right into the water, never had any issues. So yeah, I think this is a good case to, you know, for some light water activities. Now 6 feet, like, if you're going to be doing a lot of swimming, you might want a case that is going to be rated for a little bit deeper. Though I've taken this into my pool in the deep end, like at the 10-foot mark, and personally, I've never gotten water in my phone. Although, of course, it's not a good idea to take it deeper than the manufacturer recommends. But yeah, and, you know, it's kind of like, you kind of just have to decide which case you need, because if you get one that's rated for, like, you know, 20 feet or whatever, the case is going to be really bulky. Like, the advantage of the LifeProof is it provides enough water protection for when you accidentally drop it in a puddle or in the toilet or whatever weird place you drop your phone in, but it's not going to be sacrificing, the design of your phone. Also, just a side note, if you get your phone wet in anything but fresh water, like this pool here, or a body of water, whatever, LifeProof recommends that you, as soon as possible, just rinse it in fresh water, just so the minerals from the water don't mess with the case. Anyways, that wraps up this quick review. Sorry if that wasn't the best review. I don't have a lot of experience with making reviews, but I definitely wanted to try simply because I'm amazed that my phone survived the lawnmower, and I just think this is a really good case, so I figured I'd give it a shot at reviewing it. Thank you to LifeProof for sending me a replacement case. Definitely helpful to me. These are $90 if you would like to pick one up. I will have a link to LifeProof's site. It's not an affiliate link or anything, just the normal link to their website. And I'll also have a link with the Twitter thread where I talked about when I ran my phone over with the mower, if you want to check that out. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.